You know, you get all the tea on No Ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your drag superpower and what's your drag kryptonite?
My talking ability. Duh. It's the only power I rely on. What's my, if you want to say your power, maybe I can think of my.
My superpower is my comedy. It's very funny. I can hold my own on mic. I can work with anybody, whether they're a good host or have some room for improvement. I will always, if they're on a PIP, if they're on a performance improvement plan, like to hosting, I always land the plane. I know I can like make people laugh.
Kryptonite.
And my kryptonite, girl, most stilettos nowadays. My bunions are terrible.
Oh my god, yeah, shoes. Shoes
Yes.
are my kryptonite.
Hey friends, your favorite besties, or should I say bestie, is back for another episode of No Ma'am. Normally I'm joined with my podcast co-host in chaos, Jawani, but today I'm running solo. And so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss a single episode of No Ma'am. Now, today, I need all of my friends to buckle up because we've got not one, but two iconic guests in the building. First, one is the lip sync assassin from RuPaul's Drag Race season 14, who told us all to have our moment. And then the other is a New York City drag superstar who helped Joja Siwa become a gay icon. So I need you to make some noise for the one and only Jasmine Kennedie and the fashionably late Izzy Uncut. But if you've ever been to Hardware Bar, then you know that Izzy is never on time, so it's going to be very on brand for her.
Very on brand. We're trying to keep it
Jasmine, welcome to No Ma'am.
Thank you for having me, y'all. Lovely seeing y'all. I'm so excited to, go from you're a viewer of our show now to us be on your show.
I know, isn't that so nice?
Oh my God, you're hosting now, and you know me. I have to have Izzy help me with hosting. So now we're solo right now. So this is gonna be me testing my hosting skills. But I'm good at answering questions.
Okay,
So
good. Yes, that's what we love. Well, today's episode is all going to be about everything drag, representation, trans rights, and so much more.
Love it.
Right, we're going to have fun. We're going to get a little serious. We're going to keep it No Ma'am, obviously. Be a little shady, maybe a little
Of course.
Okay. And then, so let's kick things off with a little fun.
Yes. Okay.
So we're going to play our signature game, which is this or that.
this or that.
Yes.
Cute.
So essentially what this or that is, we're going to give you two options.
Okay.
And you're going to choose between the two options.
Okay.
But because we have Izzy Uncut here with us,
Yes.
well, when she comes,
Whenever she gets here.
we're going to call it cut or uncut.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Oh my
Well,
God.
so they
yes.
make, no pun intended, or maybe a little pun intended.
Yes, no, very
Yes,
pun
yes.
intended.
So for this sort, it's going to be cut is if it's a chop.
Cuts a chop.
Yes. And uncut, we like.
Uncut we like.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I like both.
I mean, depending on your preference. So, listen,
Preference.
right,
for
like,
sure.
depending on how you like it,
Yes.
it's both. So,
It's very that.
okay. So the first thing is breastplates. Is it cut or uncut?
You know what? It's uncut because let me tell you why. I have my own breastplate. It's under the skin for me. But I will say, I think it is like a lost commodity in drag. Some girls are like stepping away from it, trying to do like natural body. And like, listen, I say let's keep the natural body for the dolls. And this is no shade. I mean, listen, body beautiful. Like,
Yes.
listen, love the skin you're in.
Yes.
But like, it's drag at the end of the day. And like, I think that, put in the work, put in a little bit of effort. So I definitely say uncut for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends. Do you want them to be like Jimbo breastplates or like Corey King?
Oh, that depends on your drag. But
Okay.
I say anything or at least just like a pad or something.
Okay.
But like I love a breastplate any size. Jimbo for the shtick,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
But like the Corey at like proportions.
Yes.
It depends on your vibe. If you want to be proportionate, do it. But if you want to be Jimbo who's unproportionate, then do it.
Right, okay. I love that. All right. So speaking of the dolls,
Yes.
natural body. Cut or uncut?
Oh, dolls. Oh, I love how I like, I swear I didn't see these questions.
Yes.
I say uncut for the dolls, cut for the men. And the non-binary too. I mean, like, listen, actually, no, non-binary too, you can get away with that.
Yeah.
Shit, you could do that. But like, I just think it's like, I want size, I want silhouette.
Yes.
And unless you don't have silicone or hyaluronic acid in that
Right.
body, like, listen, like, I get it. you know, you want to be the model.
Yep.
That's cute. If like you accoutrement like your outfit like enough to where it's like enough stones and stuff.
Yeah.
But like a basic bodysuit with like no pads is like not the tea.
Listen, we need to do the plain Jane.
Yeah,
you know?
do the plain Jane. Like literally, go to Atlas. I think that does their butt.
think so.
Yeah, go
maybe
to that.
Chameleon.
Yeah, one of the girlies. Go to their person to create your body, okay?
Yes.
Or what you call it, drag stop. That's cute too. Or make it your own, okay?
I mean, you could, you know, little couch cushions goes a long way.
It does. I mean, listen, it's going a long way today.
All right, so we have reveals. Is it cut or uncut?
Okay. Yes and no.
I think both.
It's both. Maybe like semi-cut, like a semi-cut, because like I think the reveal needs. Sausage, I think, just talked about this a little bit ago on like spill the tea on logo, but I think it needs to be something that like you're not gonna see.
Yes.
I think a reveal coat's cute. Like, and I mean, like Texas drag always does like a nasty reveal coat,
Yep.
so like I like that. But I think it really depends on like what the song is. If you don't know how to time your reveals, it's a no. It's like, no, it's a cut. But if you know how to do it, then uncut for sure.
Okay, so like I look at it like Abracadabra from Jewel Sparkles.
Yes.
How was that?
I liked it. I mean, I'm gonna say I liked Anya like not doing any because she like didn't do. I don't think a reveal makes a number, you know, because sometimes if you have stage presence, you don't need a reveal.
Okay.
So I think that is something that is very dependent. If you depend on the reveal, I think that's the problem.
Okay.
The number should be created not around, or like if you're gonna do the number, like do the reveal, you should do it where it makes sense.
Yes.
It shouldn't just be thrown in there because like it's drag or Drag Race has made it.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, you know, Sasha Velour did change the game in terms of reveals, right? No one saw that coming, and I think after that we just kind of got used to like we see the reveal that's coming.
No, T, and I hopefully now after Anya winning, people are gonna be like, oh, I don't give a damn.
Maybe you don't need it.
Yeah, you don't. If you're good, you're good. Yeah,
It's just true. All right, so we have shaved brows. Is it cut or uncut?
Ooh, okay. For the makeup, like I'm not me saying both. I have to be cunty about this. I'm gonna say cut because I don't like naked mole rat syndrome, like out of drag. Like I don't like or like thumb syndrome, like where you're just like one flat thing. But like, you know, like there's a lot of products that you can cover up nowadays. There's Prosade, there's like Spirit Gum. You could do the thing, but if you have like bushy brows, like, you know, like Cersei Lannister bushy brows, like, I mean, bushy the other way around, not the brows for her, but you know, like, I think it should, like, you know, you still want to be yourself outside of it, but if you want to be if you want to be a eyebrowless person, I mean, more power to you.
Why not, right? Okay, so we have physical interactions with the crowd. Is it giving cut or uncut?
Ooh, like they touch me or like...
I think it depends on the number.
You know what? I don't like people touching me.
Yeah.
Like, you give me the dollar, you know what I mean? But I always feel too, like, it's always nice to, like, let the person that you're tipping to, like, give them a moment and, like, give you, like, you know me, I like to start at the top of the hand and, like, give you the money and stuff like that. So, you know what? I say uncut. Yeah, touch them a little bit.
I also think it depends on the number, though.
Yeah, no, it definitely depends on the number. But, like, if you're, like, here's the thing though, consent at the end of the day. So not inappropriately touching or like physical contact, but like, you know, if like you're having fun and like you're vibing and things like that, but like, you know, this ain't me, I'm first, you know, like lifting up.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Okay, we have sculpted wigs. Is it giving cut or uncut?
Like sculpted with the stone or like sculpted? Because like I love an updo, like I love a nasty thing. I think it again depends on the look, but maybe cut it for a little bit. Like I like to see like hair be hair. Like I like to see the like, I don't like it being plastic. Like what I call it is like, I say the girls jizz on the wigs when they do that, like when they do that, what is it called? The epoxy wigs, where it's just like so hard, and then like if like after a couple wears it gets white and it just looks like bukkake all over everywhere.
Screaming, not the bukkake.
Yeah, no.
What about the Crystal Envy season 17 promo wig?
Oh,
is that sculpted?
No, that is. You know what? For the look, it was cute. Like I said, for the look.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't lie, I've done it before. I think, okay, I don't want to claim like I started that shit, but like if y'all remember the reunion from my season, I had stones in my wig. And it was sculpted. And then all of a sudden the girlie's been doing it and it's everywhere in the world. I also am not like the one that probably started it. I probably got inspiration from someone.
Right.
But I was just like, I just noticed it after. I was like, nobody could stop doing it. And I bought one more after, but I've never done another stoned wig after that. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, stone wigs is not really like in your like repertoire. So,
No, you know
yeah.
me. It's either
Yeah.
a snatchback. I'm also lazy. If you go to our shows on Fridays and
Yeah.
I am not wearing a wig and I'm just doing a snatchback, it's because I didn't want to glue my hair down.
Fully.
So yeah,
Love that.
I glued it down today though for you.
Yes. Fast fashion. Cut, uncut.
Okay. Performance.
Yes.
Cut.
Okay.
Cut it the fuck out.
Yes.
Pump around looks, which is like going to the club before
Yeah.
the gig, uncut. Listen,
Fully.
you need to have something when you're walking into the gig and like if it's like you're gonna be around for a little bit before the show.
Yes.
Yeah, a quick
Yes.
fast fashion. You're like, you're doing drag. You're supposed
Love
to
that.
give, the femme experience.
Yes. So performing songs with the artist's choreography. Cut or uncut?
Oh, wow. I mean, with today's episode of All Stars, clearly the girls don't need it,
Right.
And I think if it's maybe like a tribute show,
Okay.
like $3 bill,
Yeah.
like cute. But I think, drag is about creating or bringing your own art into things.
Yep.
So I definitely, let's say, cut it and be creative.
Love that. All right. We have young queens mothering like the girlies.
Cut it. Cut it the fuck out. Cut it. To be a mother, you need to at least minimum be in drag for 5 years, have established your look, have an aesthetic that is something that is like representing or like is easily noticeable and is like polished.
Yeah.
And a lot of these girls think that like, oh, we're friends, like I'm gonna be your mother or things like that. Also too, I will say this, a lot of girls become mothers because they notice the new girls coming up.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, let me just hop on that and say that I was a mother. I technically had a mother bit off when I moved to the city, a lot of girls wanted to be my mother.
Okay.
I had four girls that like wanted to hop onto me.
Uh-huh.
But I went with the doll because
Yeah.
I just could sense that they just wanted to have a sense of like not ownership but just be like, I brought that into light.
Right.
And I remember very early in the city I was like, okay, I need to like go with my gut, go with my inner, like who do I feel closest with, who do I feel that someone's like the most representative
Yep.
of me, and that's my drag mother Mancy Mandel.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I had a bit off, and I mean shit, even love my sister Carrie, but she tried to claim me as Dwada too, and like
Screaming.
listen,
Yeah.
when I'm doing drag like 3 times your senior, it's like, girl, like you can't be claiming me.
Well, obviously you made the right choice.
Yes, I did. Shout out Mancy Mandel.
Right. Yes. All right. And then we have political messages. Is it cut or uncut?
And that is uncut. Keep that shit, okay? I think if you're gonna, if like at the end of the day, drag is like being outspoken about like the political climate and things like that, and like being advocates for the community and making sure that your voice is heard. And we're talking about things like like Gaza and Free Palestine right
Yeah,
now, or
yeah.
if we're talking about like Trump, for example, like
Yep.
we are the people that are supposed to be talking about these things and letting people know that like this shit's going on, and
Okay.
like we need to fight for it, because at the end of the day, like if we're not fighting for all the disenfranchised groups or like the minority groups, then
Yep.
like we're no better than the rest of them.
Yeah. So speaking about the political messages, right?
Yes.
Because obviously drag is political.
Yes.
And political is personal.
Yes.
So you recently encountered a transphobic heckler. And if you don't know, Jasmine literally gave him like the business, got
No.
him all the way together.
Yeah.
You can't read the doll.
You can't read
So,
it all. Okay.
So why was that so important for you to ensure that he didn't take your power away?
I think that's like the thing. Thank you for the question, because I think this is something that a lot of the times the trans community is sometimes scared to talk about, because at the end of the day, we are in a political climate right now where our rights are being stripped, our ability to transition and be ourselves is being questioned, and really just being labeled into sports at this moment right now, which is like so stupid. It's like there's less people that like compete in college sports that are trans
fully.
than like the amount of like white school shooters. Okay, so it's like it's real stuff that like I just think it's, at the end of the day, these bigots and these people that like do not believe in like the trans ideology, they believe
Yeah.
in their biblical ideology, they want us to be scared, they want us to be in fear of our power, our ability. At the end of the day, we have the same rights as them.
Yeah.
We have the same amount of freedom of speech. We have the same right to bear arms. Okay,
Yep.
clock it, ladies. So I think it was my it was a gut intuition for me. It's like, I don't like people who try to bully me or like try to like tell me something that is like not my truth. So, and that guy was drunk as hell. He was drunk, you know, he had sausage fingers. He should probably go to a doctor for that. The kidneys are running dry.
Yeah.
Or a little too saturated. But he, I just was like, listen, you're not going to talk to me like that, especially when I look as mugged as I did at the time.
Hello.
And also, I just don't think it's right for people to try to like belittle people. Now, was it a situation where like it could have turned left? Like, absolutely. Like, I'm in New York City where like you don't necessarily know how people are going to react to anything. Usually in New York City, it's like mind your own business, keep it moving. But like when someone wants to be in my business, it's like, oh, I have no problem getting in your face and telling you, you know how it's done. At the end of the day, the testosterone still runs in my body, but not to the same amount it used to. But like, there's a little bit of kickback in there, so like, try it. Like, I dare you. Is it her?
Is it her?
She made it, everyone.
She made it.
Come in.
Yes.
God.
So yes, the queen who made Joja Siwa a gay icon is here.
Yes.
Give it up for Izzy Uncut.
Hello.
Yes. Oh my God. Perfectly on time and perfectly on Izzy's time.
We did it perfectly. Yes.
I love that.
Okay.
Wait,
well,
we're missing one.
we are.
Oh, like actually, I thought you were saying.
Well, he's here with us in spirit. He didn't die though.
He's okay.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
No,
He's
I
fine.
tried to storm all.
Yeah. He wanted me to go on with the episode because if I didn't, he would probably punch me in the face.
Well, it's okay. I was gonna do the same with you.
That's how we do. Well, since you both are here, give us a little context as to how Fantasy Fridays came to life.
Oh my God, you want to start because I've been talking a lot?
So essentially, Fantasy Fridays started when Jasmine Rice was offered a Friday night show, and she was like, I want two girls to do this with me. I think it's a perfect opportunity for my daughter. Let's have me, Izzy, and one other bitch. And I was like, all right, who are we going to do? And they're like, Jasmine Kennedie. And I was like, all right, are you sure? Basically, I was like, I mean, I don't know much about her. I know she's from Jersey. She might be a little young.
Right.
Jury's still out if she was, you can be at the bar.
No, that's the thing. In New York State.
You just weren't drinking.
No, I wasn't. That's the thing. In New York State, you are allowed to work at a bar. You just have to, like, you know, follow the rules. You can't be drinking. You can't be doing that. And,
you were a sober diva at the bar doing the show. And I was like, that girl's fresh out of high school. I just don't. And she's like, what are you sure? And I was like, yeah, look at her tagged photos. Her graduation pictures were posted 9 months ago.
Literally, it was horrible. From upstate, though.
And
I'm from upstate, too, just so you know.
So I was like, I don't know about Miss Jasmine Kennedie. I've never met her, but she seems really fun, just a little young. Then Jasmine Rice was doing the show with us, and she was like, within 2 months, she's like, so I'm going to leave the show. It's going to be just you and Jasmine Kennedie together. I was like, sounds good. I was like, I already found out I love the bitch. This will be fun. And we've just been a duo ever since.
You really helped me understand my strength on the mic. Still learning how to get there, but later.
So yeah, how the fuck has this been?
I'm good at answering questions.
She's like, I'm good at talking about myself.
Because, normally she does the whole thing. So now that I'm doing the whole thing, she's fine. She's a pro. She's natural. Yes. So what is the most chaotic thing you've seen while hosting Fantasy Fridays?
Oh my God. What about the guy that you kicked out that one time? There was one guy that you kicked out.
I have to be more specific.
What was the most chaotic? Maybe a couple weeks ago when no one was listening and everyone was talking. I don't know. I remember pre-COVID, the drag race viewing parties used to be really crazy where people had to sit on the floor.
Yeah. There's been some crazy nights just like based on like, quantity.
Yeah.
We haven't had too many like crazy people.
No.
There was one time when we were just like a little too lit. but we survived and thrived, and here we are.
Listen, when we're having fun with the girlies.
Thank you
Just, you know,
We love that. No,
slot.
we do. Yes. I mean, Fantasy Fridays is our favorite show. So, yes.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's always giving a safe space.
Yeah.
You two are hilarious together. Like, you guys can banter like it's nobody's business. It always gives community. It always gives a turn up, right?
Love it.
And so, especially like now where safe spaces is needed in our community, right? So Jasmine, you're such a viable force in the drag community. How do you balance your art, your platform, and just living in this wild world?
Oh my God. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the best with my social media. I could be a little bit more better on it. So like, I probably let that lax. But I really try to focus on doing the shows that I love. I think Friday, like I went on the show for Drag Race. I toured a little bit, but when I moved back to the city, like I instantly wanted to pick my show back up with Izzy. Like one, because like reliable income, but two, it's a great time to, we've been sisters now since what, 2017, maybe 2018. And it's like a sisterhood that is like forever there. And it's always great, just coming to a place of like comfort.
Yeah.
And like being, like you said, your safe space. It's like I feel comfortable at Hardware, Pieces, Playhouse, Balcony.
Yeah.
Those are like, our like mother bars, our sister bars where like we function and we go out and about. But also too, it's like going to $3 Bill for like, a dolls night and like, building community that way.
Yeah.
And like seeing people that you haven't seen in so long and like just having time to see girls in and out whenever we can is like the best thing. But like how I balance myself at home is I stay at home. I don't really go out unless I'm working.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it just gets too much to be out. So
She's lying. She's still underage.
that's why I don't.
I don't go out. I can't get into the bar.
That was what I didn't do. Whenever I was underage, I was like, I'm not going out unless I'm in drag because I didn't have an ID. But also too, like for the responsibility on my sense, like if I was drunk and they caught me being underage, like I would never work again.
Yeah.
So I've always been that person that's like, if I don't have to go out, I won't go out.
Okay.
Unless there's a
Fine.
booking.
You have to like, save your mental.
Yeah.
So it makes so much sense.
Yeah. What
So,
about you, girly?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was the question again?
Like, how do you make sure, right? Like, how do you balance your art, your platform, and just like living in this wild world of like drag?
Really having, I feel like really, like, as you were saying, really just making sure that you have like the polarity between like, the going out and the working and then also time for yourself. Like, it's very easy to be like, every time I'm at a bar in drag when I'm performing, that is like my job.
Yeah.
So I deserve to also like go out every single night that I'm not working. But then it's like you're realizing like you're getting no fucking sleep unless it's like when the sun is up. You have no like you gotta have like the work-life balance. And if you're working in these bars, going out to them also sometimes just feels like work. So your life, you gotta have the life outside of it. And sleep when you're tired, eat when you're hungry, and not just like be in these bars and clubs every single night.
Love that. Okay, so we're gonna pivot a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So earlier we played our signature game, This or That, right? Which you choose between two options. But because we have Izzy Uncut with us, we're calling it Cut or Uncut. So uncut, we like. Cut is a chop. All right. So breastplates, is it giving cut or uncut?
I'm gonna say I think it's uncut.
Okay.
I'm okay with breastplates.
Okay.
You hate them?
No, I said uncut too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But only for like the non-dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
If I wear a breastplate.
You call them out with your real tits.
Carrie did it. Carrie did it on our season.
Really?
She used to wear a breastplate over her titties.
That's hysterical.
You're not crazy.
I'm okay with the breastplate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. I just want it to be done well. No, I've never worn one in my life. I've worn them when I was like drunk at Jan's apartment once. Just like,
Just shake the titties.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we love that. Okay, natural body, is it giving cut or uncut?
yeah, I'll go with uncut. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't give a fuck what anybody does.
Yes, sir.
I'm okay with it. You hate it. You like it.
No, yeah, I said
You're like, I hate on everyone except me.
yeah, I was like
Literally.
dolls uncut.
Literally,
Anybody who's
yeah.
not a doll cut.
Yes, she did say that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't gone natural body in a very long
You
time.
started natual body.
I did.
You used to do all the Sally Hansen.
You gotta put something on the leg, whether it's a fishnet or Sally Hansen airbrush leg.
Yeah.
Or like at least a spray tan, because it's just like sometimes the legs just look a little crazy on people.
This is true. All right. So we have reveals. Is it giving cut or uncut?
I'm gonna go with uncut. I don't care. I like
Okay.
everyone.
All right. I love everyone. All right.
The thing with the reveal is it just has to be, all of these things can be done really well. So I'm just giving this random person that I'm just imagining in my mind the benefit of the doubt and saying, oh, if they're doing it well. I've seen terrible breastplates. I've seen terrible natural body feeling like they're given the fantasy and it just looks like crazy. And I've seen people like and I've seen people do what was the last one? What did we just say? Reveals. And I've seen bad reveals. But I've seen like good reveals too. So it's like, it's done well.
What about shaved brows? Cut or uncut?
Girl, I haven't had eyebrows since the day I quit my boy job.
What was your boy job?
I worked sales. I worked membership sales at an Equinox. Had a little office.
Yeah, you need eyebrows for that.
Yeah, exactly. And then I chopped them off. It was quite literally like my first day. And I was like, just...
Yeah. No. Okay. Physical interactions with the crowd. Cut, uncut.
As long as they're consensual, we'll say uncut.
I love that. All right. We have sculpted wigs. Is it giving cut or uncut?
I'm gonna this is my first cut. I'm gonna say cut. I'm tired of like, it's just everything goes too far at a certain point. So it was like, this is the cuntiest thing, having this sculptural hair. But then at a certain point I was like, when does it start looking like hair again? Like, it shouldn't look like a skyscraper on your head.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We have fast fashion. Is it giving cut or uncut?
Mama, uncut. In drag, uncut. Out of drag, cut. I haven't bought fast fashion in a while. If I need to, I'll go to Uniqlo because I believe they're a little more ethical than the others. But like
Uniqlo.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like
for the
they're
most part,
expensive, aren't they?
No, they're really cheap.
no, they're really cheap. It's like H&M cheap. They don't do as many.
H&M is now the expensive one.
Oh, got it. See, this is H&M. I get it for free, that's why.
Fully
Fuck.
I would never purchase this.
Performing songs with the artist's choreo. Cut or uncut?
For me, uncut. I don't do choreo. I try sometimes if I need to.
Arm thingy.
Yeah.
You know that arm thingy where you bring it around and then you wrap your leg up?
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Young queens mothering the children. Cut or uncut?
I don't give a fuck. No, young queens mothering the children. Well, if you're Jasmine Kennedie and you make a Facebook post saying, 26 years old, mind you, so glad I started this career 10 years ago. I was like, classic. Started a career at 16. Everyone knows that tale. I don't know. If you've been doing drag long enough and you feel like you can be a mother, go for it. But I do think most people are not ready.
True.
Yeah, I don't even want children. Like, honestly, drag children, like, you have to be something that is, like, worth value to, like, and this, no shade, not saying, not all drag's valuable, but every drag is valuable.
Yeah.
Not all drag is valuable. All drag is valid, but not all drag is valuable.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah, no, I need to, like, for me to, like, if you want to be, like, have my last name, like, you have to have something that is, like, your own unique sense. And I feel like a lot of girls just want to be like, oh, I'm your mother now, or things like that, I just hate it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And the last one is political messages. Is it cut or uncut?
Imagine I was like, cut, stop, take. Oh, it's uncut. Yeah. Once again, do it well, though.
Yeah.
We don't protect queer art, but, like, not all.
Girl, and also not like Magame did it.
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, now though she's like creating, she's helping queer art. She just wrote Georges's rap and she won. So,
right?
She's protecting it.
All right. So Izzy, you've been building a name as a powerhouse performer in New York City, right? What is your approach to the stage and how do you keep it fresh and fun every time?
So I definitely could be like making new numbers more and performing different stuff. But for me, it's not.
Astigmatism is like my fave.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
But for me, it's mostly about making the experience unique and fun when it comes to the banter. Like people are not going to remember exactly what numbers you did. People are not going to remember exactly what you said, but they're going to remember how you made them feel. So for me, like I think drag is it's kind of the way like music is what happens in the background. Like you get really good news and you remember the song that was playing at the grocery store when you got the call. Drag is it's a thing that happens when people want to go out and have a good time with their friends. They're not going to remember every moment that you did on stage, but they're going to remember how you made them feel in that moment. So I think being funny, having fun, nobody wants to watch somebody on stage that isn't having fun. So as long as I'm having fun, usually the audience is having fun.
All right, come on, Maya Angelou. So, Jasmine, so Jasmine, with trans rights under attack more and more, right? How do you stay grounded and use your platform to keep pushing for change?
Oh my God. I mean, staying grounded. I mean, at the end of the day, I first of all create myself like a bubble in terms of like my friends and family that like I feel very safe and very comfortable with. And, you know, that usually is what keeps me sane. What I try to do for my advocacy, you know, I don't think I'm a, you know, like, is martyr the right word?
Depends on what you're saying.
I don't know.
I mean, like, trying to be like the Joan of Arc.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm not saying like I'm like the biggest advocate in the world, but I do like to speak out on things that like whenever I see a post, share it, things like that. Just keeping my followers, you know, if I see something, just acknowledge it and, you know, let them see what I'm seeing as well. Let them see, you know, also too, this is maybe like a little conspiracy theorist, and like, you know, I'm usually not like this, but like I came out on the show.
She's always like this.
And I tell you this theory, but at the same time, I sometimes feel that like I'm sometimes the cause of Project 2025, because hear me out. Betsy DeVos owns
you did that.
the Heritage Foundation. We've talked about this at the show.
Yeah.
I did her on Snatch Game.
Yep.
I came out the episode before. She probably like did her research. She's like, how do I get the person that put me on a queer show who I hate? So let's cancel their rights. So sometimes I like to say I'm the reason for it, but like I don't like to, you know, don't quote me on it.
Yes.
But like I sometimes am like worried that my coming out may have pushed the envelope a little too far for like mainstream media to technically appreciate. But at the same time, I don't regret it because it opened so many doors for so many, you know, trans people in the world to give themselves a look into that their feelings are the same feelings that I was having, that they're having. And I was very happy that my coming out was something that gave light to the trans community in a way that wasn't just like fetishized. It was like real, actual like feeling and meaning. Yeah. So like, do I think it was impactful and great? Yes. Do I sometimes like, you know, beat myself up and I'm like, did I push the envelope too far for like this regression to happen? Yeah. But at the same time, like, I'm not to blame for everything. These people probably have been planning and conspiring for years to get rid of, you know, the LGBTQ plus or LGBTQIA plus community for a while. So.
I mean, season 14 was the season of the dolls.
Yeah. So. Very dollish. You know, 5, there may be 6, you know, very that. Well, maybe a undercover crossdresser. You never know.
You never know. And Izzy, right, as an ally, right, how do you personally show up for the community?
Ally.
Talk, Valentina. Ally. I love the dolls. I support the dolls. I work with so many of them. I try to book them for as many as whenever one doll needs to try to get another good one. Yeah. I really do support them. Also, monetarily, I don't understand how somebody can be like an angry drunk, because the only thing I do when I get blackout wasted is donate $50 to every trans woman's GoFundMe. Like, I'm just like, love you, too. So support them monetarily if you can. Also support them in just a form of having your presence. Like, there's strength in numbers. Like, I remember Bojangles was like, she's like, oh, I'm just gonna go like down the street, gotta go to the bank first, and then I'm like walking to the train. I was like, you're wearing a bikini and a fur coat that's wide open right now. I'm like, I'm gonna walk with you. Like, on brand. Show up for them with your time or your money or both, ideally.
Yeah. And Liam even does that too, our DJ. Like, Liam like took me on the train one time because I was taking the train home one day, and they were like, oh, let me just take you to World Trade Center because you know, and make that connection. So just support the dolls.
So what do you think the allies can do more of, or at least stop doing because they think they're doing it correctly?
Do you want me to?
I gotta think a little bit.
I think allies you can be an ally. It's very easy to overstep, though. Yes. I probably said this on a podcast before. I think this was just in regards to like allyship to the queer community, but being an ally to trans women, trans people, essentially, like, you got to think of it from this perspective of like Twitter or X. It's like, are you tweeting or are you retweeting? Or are you tweeting? Are you retweeting or are you quote tweeting? I should say. Essentially, it's like you don't need to add your perspective to every situation.
Yeah, right.
So if a trans person is saying like this is how I feel and this is like these are the reasons X, Y, and Z, you don't have to then use that as an opportunity to just be visibly I have a say in the matter. Even if you're agreeing with them, you're just adding more noise that really isn't necessary. Oftentimes my perspective on people's trans experience is not valid or anything that I should be talking about. So give them the space, amplify their voices, but don't add more voices for other people to listen to or ignore or get mad about, you know?
No, I completely agree with that. And like staying in your lane in terms of like, you know, like it's like speaking from your own experience and your own thing. Like if you don't know that experience, like the best way you can ally is like listen and push and uplift those voices rather than adding your own 2 cents. I like that, the retweet. Good. I'm gonna use that. You don't be like to steal a joke.
I'm gonna use ally as a verb. The best way you could ally.
You know me, I don't like to use proper English.
No, I mean, I agree with both. I think it is a fine line between allyship and then just being like a savior, right? Thinking that you have to be that person's savior, but you really don't.
Exactly.
Or it's like, I love it. Listen, I know like you want to support the dolls and be like, oh my God, you're valid. But like, don't come up to me and be like, oh my God, I see you. I hear you. And I just want to let you know. Like that is like saying like, just so you know, like, I love you, cute, but like doing the whole like monologue where it's like, you're valid in this world. Like, it's like, we know we are, you know what I mean? But like just showing us kindness.
It's nearly patronizing at a certain point.
It is, because it's like, you're almost like a toy at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're also, sometimes a lot of people do it to, you know, make them feel as if they're doing something. When like in reality, probably back at home, you know, they're saying TRANY, daddy chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, listen, you know, we just say, we have one word, one phrase. We just say no ma'am.
Yeah. No ma'am.
Right.
No ma'am.
So, all right, let's dream big for a second.
Okay.
If we could put up a giant billboard, right, in Times Square to support trans rights, what would it say?
All the girls' Venmos.
And that's valid.
Oh my God, that's such a good question. What would it say? I mean, like, if people would pay attention to it, I would just say it's like, you know, trans people bleed the same way as you do. You know what I mean? We're the exact same person. I don't know if you can.
Not all of them.
I mean,
they don't bleed the same way as other women.
No, I think like, oh my God, I don't know if there's like enough messaging on a billboard for it, but like, I don't know. Yeah.
Just a billboard. Like they're huge.
They're huge. They have space for the messaging.
Oh my God, T, but you think? What would you say? I'm trying to think.
Retweet.
Retweet. I guess for me, I'd probably want to like have just, I guess like a science-based like description of it maybe, or like something like that, like, because like at the end of the day people have like their own narrative like what trans is. It's like it's a man in a wig or trying to be, it's like like if we had like actual like, you know, like the gender studies like actually like written and like given to people instead of just, you know, this like this bullshit that's spewed and like their own idea of it rather than like the facts and like the things throughout history. Or I know what it is, photos of like all trans people in like different eras, like going back like to like, you know,
for centuries,
for centuries, so it could like show it's like we've always been here.
Love that.
I take it problematic misinformation. I think 3 words massive. Jesus was trans. Don't explain it.
Done. Yes. I mean, didn't like the New York Times do that for like Black Lives Matter, and they were just like Black Lives Matter, and then the whole photo was like a black blurb. It was like, that's what they did. You know, so serious. It's very problematic, but I think they thought they were doing something.
It was like when everyone was.
They said this. They said this is all that needs to be said. New York Times, like you can say more.
It was like when everyone did the black post on social media with Rihanna and George Floyd.
Yeah. It was like, oh, Blackout Tuesday.
Yeah, Blackout Tuesday.
This is why it's important to oversleep. Mind you, there was traffic. I did not oversleep.
She was ready.
By the time I woke up, people were already saying the black square on Instagram was bad. So I was like, I didn't have to like delete it or be like, sorry, I thought I was helping. I was like, no, y'all are fucked up.
That was a poor example of allyship. Exactly. The black rectangle. We're good.
It was so crazy.
We needed police like structure.
Yeah.
That's what we needed. Okay. So, but again, right, I love that because at the end of the day, Jawani and I, we created No Ma'am, right, to be the voices of the voiceless,
Yeah.
right, to show representation. There was not people who look like us on doing podcasts talking about the stuff that we talked about, right? It was kind of like you see the race chasers. We had like Bob and Monet for sibling rivalry, which is a really great representation for it.
Yeah.
But the drag queens, Jawani and I aren't, even though, I mean, that's subjective. Jawani can be a drag queen.
Joanna, you know, like, you know,
Pain.
she pays. Maybe a little CBC. I say crush. That's her. You know, racing Joanna. It's okay. We love that.
Coined herself as the mug of No Man podcast. So.
Okay. Yeah. You know,
She's the mug. Yeah.
the mug.
Where's my sickening mug? You're wearing.
Okay, so it's time to turn up the heat just a little bit.
Okay. Let's look at it.
So we're gonna play a game of rapid fire.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 10 questions, right? It's no overthinking, just vibes.
Just vibes.
Yes, and we're calling this Welcome to This Is Your Moment, Have It.
Oh, yes. The podcast is here.
Yes. So, but we're gonna pivot a little bit. When you said that to Metamorphosis,
Yes.
did you really think it was gonna be a moment?
Yes. I absolutely do, because there's no drama up until that point. And like the thing is, like, we were all drunk at the back and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, would not stop talking. And I like, that's why I asked, I was like, are you done talking? Even though I talk a lot, I like wanted to be respectful.
Yeah.
And like there was no drama up until that season. And like I screamed. There was a lot of things that they didn't put in there because like legally speaking, it like was not okay.
Yeah.
But like I remember like screaming and I was like, get the fuck out of my face, like leave, bye. And I was like, and then like he tried to come hug me, which like I hate after, like we're fine now, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I hate when like you're done with the fight and you're like, oh, let me give you a hug, just like make it back. It's like, no, I still hate you, bitch. Like I literally still hate you. But no, I knew it was gonna be the moment. I also knew I was gonna be the drama because I like when I got home I realized it was like, oh, I fought with like 3 people.
Okay.
And no one else really had a problem, you know? So like other than like, you know the thing that annoyed the fuck out of me though? Bosco and Lady Camden's got the MTV Music or Movie Award for it. And I was like, okay, well, you know, you guys, you know, fuck my drag. Like, I was like, I didn't just fight with everyone for nothing.
Yeah,
but,
because they fought for Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Was that the show, that episode that was nominated, I guess?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, why do you think that phrase is like, so like everyone loves it?
I think it's because it's like, it's been said before, I feel, but like in different versions.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's very much so like if someone's like, you know, it can be celebratory. It can also be shady. It can be, it has different ways that you can use it. And I never really thought it was going to be the one. And I was stupid and I never made mirth off of it.
I mean,
stupidest thing in the frick my entire life,
yes.
you know? Like it's almost like, it was like, I don't want to say it's like almost to back rolls, but like it's every time I go somewhere, it is, this is your moment, have it.
Yes.
And they use it, and Drag Race uses it in captions.
Yep.
They use it in like things to announce things. And like,
They did a whole
thing. They did a whole,
oh yeah, Lexi Love did it for me. Yeah, like it's like, I am a, you know, staple in the sense of like my mouth, just like Candy was. And, you know, I got a big mouth, I like to run it. And yeah, I'm happy that I got to, you know, like, even though usually I'm not good with my words, but that one was pretty good.
A staple in the mouth would do you
right.
Oh, I love shit in the mouth.
This is the moment and you're going to have it.
Okay.
So, what is the messiest thing you've ever done in drag? On stage or backstage?
Oh my God. Okay, no shade, I'll say it. I accidentally pissed my pants and my like full pads and stuff while I was doing an interview with Joey Nolfi on X Spaces, and I had to jump out of the Uber and literally like edit the call, and like I couldn't hold it and I just like pissed my pants.
Love that.
The night of my elimination. Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think, right? What have I done that's been super messy?
Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, I was messy with Izzy when I was a young baby queen.
Tell me everything.
Remember with Shaquita?
Oh my God.
So like, oh my God. So I think you were warning me. I was doing a show. I told you I was doing a show with her at Hardware, and you're like, oh my God. She was just warning me that like Shaquita's very like prompt and like on time. And like I was young and I like didn't necessarily like understand like shade or like just like sisterly advice.
Yeah.
Like I was just trying. I was literally just being like, I did this. I was like, hey Diva, we've worked together once. And by work together, I mean did a competition together. And I was like, I vibed with you. Like this was well before we ever had the show.
Yeah.
Just completely cut you off.
Wow. I usually cut you off.
So well before we ever had a show, I was like, oh, like let me tell like this young girl that I like I vibe with her. I was like, hey, so this is how it went when I did it. And like really just like it wasn't even talking
shady.
shit, really. I was
No.
just like, just be aware that like this, and this. Like,
Yeah.
be on time. Do not take too much time between your costume reveals. Like, I took too long and it just felt like she was annoyed with me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And like, we both love Shaquita. We like see her out
Yeah.
regularly.
She
Like, that's
books-
my fucking
she
girl.
I'm her cover, her cover for Drag Wars. Yeah,
Yeah.
my girl.
So I told her this, and then like I get a text from Shaquita like 3 days later after Jasmine did the show. She's like, I heard you've been talking shit about me. And I was like, Jasmine, what the fuck?
Because literally, and then like I think when we started Hard Regular, like, or we started Fantasy, you're like, hey, did you ever tell Shaquita like I was like talking shit? I was like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Honestly.
I was a baby, so
Yeah.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say at the moment. Remember when you like the safety pin or the bobby pin went through your finger and it was blood everywhere?
Oh my god, at the show.
Yeah, when I wanted to just repin my wig and there was no little like plastic piece on the end and I jammed it through my thumb and it was bleeding everywhere.
Everywhere.
And like I thought I had it under control. We ended up having to like tape paper towels to it around and I continued doing the show. But I was like, oh, we got it. And then I would like wave my arm around and you would see in videos just like blood. There was blood on her face at the end.
And your shoes.
Yes,
And her shoes. It was all over.
It was
She got tested the week before, so I was.
All right, second question. If your drag had a signature cocktail, what is in it and what is it called?
Vodka Rebel. Just because that's what I drink it.
And what are we calling it?
I probably can't say it. Bleep it out if you need to. I don't know.
Okay.
Sure.
What about you?
Mayonnaise.
Is it gonna be the same thing as a vodka Red Bull too?
Yeah, I drink a vodka Red Bull when I'm out. I try to do sugar-free Red Bull now, but these bars don't have real Red Bull. They
No,
have energy drink
pouch.
and diet energy drink, and the diet one sometimes tastes crazy. But yeah, no, I'm a vodka Red Bull girl. Signature drink would just be that.
Love that. Okay. Would you rather fight 100 tiny Ross Matthews or one giant Michelle Visage?
Oh. Well, I would win because like men can't hit women. So
Sure.
100
Fully.
tiny Ross Matthews.
Yeah.
I would go with the Ross Matthews as well.
Michelle's from Jersey.
Michelle's from Jersey.
Yeah, it seems like fun too. Like, it's kind of like, you know, like when puppies play, they kind of bite each other, but it's
That's
not
literally
like
what it
too-
would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it be like aggressive.
Right.
It'd be
I mean, he is
funny,
a mouse.
but I'd be like,
Yeah. Okay. So, what's a song that should be banned from drag shows forever?
Oh,
this is me.
the sharpest one's gonna win. That one and what's the Where Have You Been All My Life, Rihanna? Because every girl has done it. I'm not against Rihanna. It's just the
Yes.
amount of girls that have done that mix, or the Money remix by Rihanna, the Suck by Cut, and then or who does it? I'm gonna just say her name, Gigi Katina. She does it all the time. There's like the Money, you know, the bitch, but I have my bitch, but I have my that mix. So overdone and saturated.
Okay.
That's from whatchamacallit? Isn't that the Royal Family choreography mix?
Royal Family.
Bitch, but I have my.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like.
Oh, I was like, wait, oh, you're right.
dance tr-
I was
like-
No, the dance group. Yes,
Oh, okay.
absolutely.
I was like the queen. She
I was
has.
like, wait, she knows Rihanna. Like,
Right. She may. Okay. So, who's your most unexpected celebrity crush?
Unexpected.
Unexpected celebrity.
Or just celebrity crush in general?
Mm. I think his name's Jason Statham, the guy from Jason Statham or John Statham. Hold on, let me look.
Jason.
Jason
It's
Statham.
Jason. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that I mean,
Transporter.
yeah, my boyfriend looks like him, so you already know. Yeah, literally, my boyfriend looks like him. So, yeah, he was my like one, and then who's unexpected? I'll let you think of expected. I'll try to think of an unexpected.
I can't think of a single. Eddie, who's my celebrity crush?
Ah, God.
Is he even in here?
No, yeah. Think, yeah.
I mean, what was unexpected? I mean, a while ago. I mean, that's not my celebrity crush anymore, but one that I was like shocked by, and I think the world was shocked by. When Adam Driver was on Girls, I think
Okay.
we were all like, "Oh, this like
Oh.
this weird little guy,
Yeah.
this weird little
Yeah.
fucking freak." So that was unexpected.
Yeah.
It's been years.
Yeah, I don't think I have an unexpected yet.
Heard.
But yeah, we can move to the next one.
Yes. Okay. So, if you ever had to lip sync to a Broadway song, right, what would be, nope, I'm not doing it. You can get another girl.
Oh,
Hmm.
what should we say? Oh, I mean, Hamilton because what's the song? The letters you wrote me.
Yeah.
Burn by because you know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it anyway. But
Get canceled.
no, not that song. I'm saying I do this song anyway.
Yes.
But I don't like doing it. I'm sorry. I've seen enough drag defying gravity.
I knew you was gonna say
Oh my
that.
God, I hate
Like,
it.
okay. Oh, it's so crazy. The two girls. Oh, grab the stool. Where's the broom?
Yep.
Move the curtain. I get it. We've seen
You better
defying
do that
gravity.
tonight. No shame.
She's gonna be like, nope, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
All right. So pick one queen from Drag Race to be your wild night out wing woman, and who's your last resort?
Ooh. Ahura is my wing woman because we've done it out in Amsterdam.
You two will be a vibe.
We whooped it up. We sat on a couch for like 3 hours together and then outside. Like we were just like meshing.
Yeah.
And then my least favorite is because we had a bad experience.
Did you ask for least favorite?
Or like the last resort.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you said. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, no, Jasmine translated that to least favorite.
Yeah, not least favorite because like I do respect her and we've gotten over it. But like I will say, when I was in the UK, me and Miss Raja O'Hara did not have a very good experience together in the dressing room, and she was mad that I didn't want to go out and celebrate with the girlies, and then she flipped out because I didn't. So from there I was just like, yeah, I don't need to go out with you anymore. But we've talked about it. She apologized. We're good. But I don't cross that bridge twice.
We love that. All right, Izzy?
Can I say people I know, I'm friends with? Jen's.
Yeah.
Of course.
My go-to is Jen. Actually, it might be Jasmine. I don't know.
No, you and Jan can allegedly.
And then my last resort.
Yeah.
Redacted. You all know.
I know. Yeah, I know who it is too. It reminds me of Jose. Yeah.
Okay. You get all the tea on No Ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your drag superpower and what's your drag kryptonite?
Oh, my talking ability. It's the only power I rely on. And then what's my? If you want to say your power, maybe I can think of my.
My superpower is my comedy.
Yes.
It's very funny. I can hold my own on mic. I can work with anybody, whether they're a good host or have some room for improvement. I will always, if they're on a PIP, if they're on a performance improvement plan, when it comes to hosting, I always land the plane. I know I can make people laugh.
Yeah.
Kryptonite.
And my kryptonite, girl, most stilettos nowadays. My bunions are terrible.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Shoes.
Yes.
Shoes are my kryptonite.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. So what's the strangest tip you've ever gotten at a show?
Like money tip or I was gonna say inches tip.
What's the strangest?
I
want to hear about the strange ones.
No, weirdest tip. I mean, someone tipped me weed. That was nice. In the US, when you get different money or foreign money, it's like I gotta go to the bank and then I have to pay a percentage on this. Like just go to the ATM. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody's given me a quarter or a penny before. Yeah, nothing too much.
Okay.
I don't think strange in a bad way, but unique. There's unique. There's couple people that work in PR and they'll just give you whatever they have.
Okay.
I have a friend that always gives me he works PR for Gucci. Hi, friend. But he gives Gucci cosmetics. I'm like,
Yeah. We love that. We love Gucci.
I just realized this.
Yeah.
I was hosting Drag Wars one night, and someone saw that worked at Swarovski. It was like, oh, I noticed you're wearing these Swarovski earrings. They gave me a Swarovski clip on for that matching set, and I literally
fabulous.
almost I screamed. I was like, what's your number? Give me your card.
Love that. Okay. So last question is, if your drag style was a zodiac sign, which one would it be and why?
Oh my God. I'm a Gemini and I'm all about myself. So
I'm a Gemini too. My birthday's on Tuesday.
Oh my God! Yeah. We'll do shots to me for
Happy birthday, baby.
Thank you.
What would I be?
mine is accurate for mine. I'm a Pisces. I'd say my drag style is very Piscean. Very fluid, can go with the flow, but like water can't be contained. Or it can be contained. It like fits into whatever container it needs to. So I'm a podcaster today. I can be a party host tomorrow. But also it's like it's powerful. So yeah, Pisces.
Yeah, I know. I would say Gemini too, because like sometimes I like to go off, and when I'm lazy, I don't move at all. So, yeah, that's
us Geminis, we do get a bad rap though.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, listen, that's my thing. Like, I hate that rap. We're just very vocal.
We are.
Also, too, like, here's the thing. I'm very much so like, I am like. It may take me a second to get to know me and like get to like vibe with me, but once I do, I'm like ride or die. But like the second you wrong me, I am an asshole, and I'll use everything that you said to me or like have said. Like I do have a Rolodex that I will spew out at the end of it. That I don't have a problem with like holding receipts and letting you know that it's time to cash in.
Yeah.
So I never write her too much because when I do wrong her, she's like, "Oh, this is just our dynamic."
Symbiosis is good.
Yeah, she's like, "That's just how we are."
Yes.
Our friendship started with her wronging me.
Yes.
So now she's like, "I don't have a Rolodex for Izzy."
No, literally, I don't, because like I already did it. I like fucked up.
Yes. Well, Jasmine, Izzy, thank you both for being here and serving up all of this energy for us, right? This love, the drag excellence today. We enjoyed, and by we, I mean, I'm saying it because, Giovanni's in spirit. He hasn't died though, but you're fine. But if you do get a chance to check out Fantasy Fridays at Hardware, please make sure you do, because these two are the dynamic duo. So, and friends, let's keep it real, right? Drag is political and representation matters. So support your local drag queens, fight for trans rights, and never forget to tip your performers. So speaking of tips, where can they find you too?
Oh my God. I'm not going to say the joke because I don't think it's politically correct for a podcast. But y'all, you can find me at Jasmine Kennedie. Kennedy is not spelled with a Y, which I still don't understand how people spell it wrong. It's literally been years. But it's Kennedie. And that's PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and maybe my GoFundMe when I do my FFS. So hit it.
Any things in person they can come to you? Oh, it's coming out soon, right?
Yeah. Fantasy Fridays. I'm doing. What else am I doing? I don't think I have a lot of things going on this week, next week. July 4th, which is like not why I always do July 4th tea dance down at Paradise, and it's always a big moment where I get naked in the pool. So if you're in the Jersey area, come to Paradise. It's like, my second home bar, and come see me twirl for y'all at tea dance.
Yeah. And you're also doing bacon and legs.
Oh my God, yes, I am. I forgot everything. Yeah, I'm doing bacon and legs with Dahlia, Fresno Cantina, June 14th.
Yep.
Yeah, so come out to that as well.
Yes.
You can find me on all social media, including Venmo at Izzy Uncut. That is IZZY UNCUT. You can find me at Pieces Hardware Playhouse Rise. And I'm starting a new brunch at a Mexican restaurant. I believe it's pronounced Nizook, whatever, throughout all of Pride. Who knows if it's going to carry on. That's in Hudson Yards. And thing I'm most excited about is, like I said, I'm a funny little girl. I am I'm hosting a queer comedy show at New York Comedy Club in the East Village. Ideally, this is going to be a monthly thing with me and my sister, Jacqueline Hyde. So if you want to see some queer comedy, that's where to do it.
Yes. Love that. She goes straight for all the people, so she's funny.
I go straight for everyone that's ever been on Drag Race.
Yes. And your drag brunch, I will be there on Sunday. Because it's technically my birthday brunch. Yeah. And so, friends, if you vibe with us today and you enjoyed today's episode, you know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No Ma'am. Follow us on Instagram at No Ma'am the podcast. And as always, make sure you stay unapologetically queer. Bye.
Bye.